Howdy, y'all. My name is Price. I'm coming at you with some more Reus, or as my Dutch fans have told me, it's actually pronounced Reus. So there we go. We're actually playing a game called Reus, or if it's German, then it's Reus. But either way, it's definitely not Reus. It is Reus. So welcome back to playing some more of this game. I just wanted to quickly say, I know a lot of y'all have just appeared on my channel over the past week because of this game, and so I just want to say welcome to the channel. My apologies for the lack of content over the past couple of weeks. As I made a video about a couple of weeks ago, I've been going through some changes on the channel. We've been going through some changes as far as what we're doing as a group in Stumpt. And if you don't know what Stumpt is, that's the larger group that I'm a part of. Don't forget to go check out youtube.com/stumpedgamers to see our main channel. That's our big one where we do all the multiplayer stuff, and that's kind of what we focus on. But seems like a lot of y'all have been enjoying watching Reus, and so I figured let's go ahead and let's play a little bit more. So we're going to start a new game, and I was looking at, we're going to do just a 30-minute era, okay? Because I was looking at the accomplishments that we still have to do, and there's one here. Before I start it, I'll show you. There is this one here, which is finish an era with only one village, which has 175 prosperity. I figured, let's go ahead, let's try and lock that one down. I bet you we can get it done in a quick 30-minute era, and that'll give y'all time to tell me in the comments below of this video, which challenges would you like to see us go for next? Do you want to do the challenges having to do with war? Do you want to go with the challenges having to do with different types of villages? Because we've got, like, let's see, we've got, this one is finish an era with a village which has at least 6 war markers. So that means that we want to fuel the greed of one city to conquer every other city. Like, that's crazy. There's also these ones like Swamp Town, a swamp village with 300, a desert village with 300. There's this one that we might try and get done today, which is finish an era with one village, or with a village, any one village that has 150 of each type of resource. That's going to be tough. But if we're focusing on one single village the entire time, maybe we can make it happen. So keep it in mind. Leave me some comments down below. This episode, or this era will probably only take 1 or 2 episodes, and then maybe this will help us move into unlocking the even longer era, the 120-minute era, because I do think that would be cool to have an epic, like, 6-episode series. But anyway, let's jump into a new era, and let's start this off right away. We're focusing on one single solitary city, and I think we're going to go for, what I might do is I might try and mix the city so it has a little bit of swamp and a little bit of forest, so that we have a nice variety of things that we can do, but it's still going to have to be one specific type, right? So finish an era with only one village was 175. Desert Town or Swamp Town would give us another bonus, right? If we can get to 300 village. So part of me is wondering if we go, maybe we start with a desert, and then from there, we maybe add swamp to the edge of it or something, and then maybe we can have like a little bit of both. So let's try that, because that'll give us more variety. But who knows? Maybe that won't work out for us. We'll see. Okay, so the one downside this is going to cause is it's going to limit, so I'm going to go ahead and pause right away so we can talk about this. The one major limitation is going to be we're only going to be getting one type of legendary people, of the village, whatever you call them, the chosen people, the ambassadors. And so what that means is when it comes to what we can unlock, we're really going to want to make sure that we have the right ambassadors that give us the things we want. So crystal aspect, I would only get with forest ambassador. Herd aspect, I'd only get with swamp. So herd's a good aspect. I might want herd aspect. What about for you? So if we got the herd aspect, we're not going to be able to unlock anything with this guy other than migrate, because that's with a swamp ambassador. Forest ambassador would give us fruit aspect, which is also a very good one. What would you get with this guy with a swamp ambassador? We would get the seismic aspect. So seismic and herd would not be bad. And then what about with the swamp guy? We would get toxic. So between those 3 different things, that might be okay if we go for a swamp village to start with and then add some desert to it. That's what I'm thinking. Unless desert gives us a nice, like, does that give us the aspect of the predator? Is that what it's called? This is a noble aspect. What do you get? Predator. Okay, so predator aspect would also work. So we'd also do a desert. So let's start with the desert then. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Mr. Rocky guy over here. We have a nice area over here just outside of these boosted tiles where I think I'm going to build up a nice big mountain. And we will get our village started somewhere in here. So let's go for that. Okay. And then while we do that, well, I guess we should wait. So buddy, can you go do your thing? There you go. And let's get everybody else over here a little bit. Let's get Ocean to go and make us a little ocean over maybe here-ish. And that might help us to, well, we'll see how many water tiles that gives us. It'll give us a little bit of the water tiles for swamp. Maybe we'll go a little bit further this way, something like that. Because we want to make sure we have enough tiles for everything. Now, we've got nice desert crossing this mountain, and I can always flatten the mountain afterwards. It's no big deal. Let's go ahead and let's put down a fruit right here on this boosted tile, and let's see what that gives us. And you, Mr. Swampy Boy, let's get you over here just to start. And so we're going to put down the fruit, and this is just to get a plant so that we can get people starting to come over here and settle the city. And then from there, we'll wait. So you wait on the tiles. Yeah, you see we got a little bit of the grassland there. Let's transform this into something. Leaf aspect's going to give us this, the barrel cactus. And we can actually transform that with the potent leaf aspect into aloe vera. Ooh, let's do that. Okay, so that's a lot of tech that we got right there. Where are you going to settle, Mr. Man? You destroyed a good tile. Why would you do such a thing? Okay, so we have a desert town now. Its limits are a little bit up on the mountainside, a little bit over this edge here. I kind of want to flatten this out, to be honest, because as we've learned before, mountain tiles aren't that valuable. But maybe we'll try and figure something else out with it. Who knows? So Swampy, let's get you to go ahead and do that. Let's get Mr. Krabby Boy over here, and let's see what we want with these guys. We probably want tech and money is what I would assume. So let's get some minerals going. How about we go for, let's get some wealth minerals, because desert usually wants, you know, monies. So let's go for, let's throw up a precious minerals right on here. We'll see what we get out of that. And we'll see, once these guys start a great thing, we'll see what they want out of it. Now we can transmute this. Oh, here we go. Trade post challenge started. This is where it all begins. So what do you want? The village wants to build and maintain a trade post. We need 30 wealth in use. Okay. So, well, oh, literally that was where I was building the rocks. Great. Thank you. All right. Let's go over here then. And we are going to just wait a moment so I can put down more of these precious minerals. While we wait, let's get Swampy over here. No, you go over here. You get your butt over here. Okay. Now, let's... Come on, game. I just need the time to tick through so I can get this going. We can start our wealth, and we can see what the wealth needs in terms of symbiosis. All right, here we go. Now, a new nomad is roaming the planet looking for a place to settle. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm going to have to be really careful to only place tiles inside of this city, because if I place them anywhere outside, the other city could come and form right next to it, and that's not going to be good. So, what do we need here? Activate symbiosis with 5 resonator, plus 8 tech if next to stone, plus 8 wealth if next to another quartz. And this is... a what? This is a quartz? It is a quartz. So if I put one right next to it, that's going to work for us. So we're just going to go ahead and do that to get the nice boost here. But what can this be transmitted? We have lesser seismic and lesser noble or lesser crystal. I don't think we have any of those aspects yet. So we're going to have to just wait for now. Mineral aspects are going to be the main thing we're going to focus on, I think, at least to start with. All right, let's get some precious here. And so my apologies if I don't play like the most perfect game ever. How are we doing now? 9 of 66. They're going to be super greedy, and that's fine. But this will get us everything that we need for this trade post. What does it get? Plus 15 wealth for each minerals within borders stacks up to 3 times. Well, let's get another mineral up here. Let's make a different kind of mineral. Let's make an advanced mineral. And this will give us some tech. So we have a little bit of both. Now, our main goal, I think, right now is to boost our borders as quickly as possible so we can have a ton of land within the borders, and then we can work within those borders to get a whole bunch of stuff. So once we get the bunch of wealth in use, we're going to be fine. Greed's going up, but there's nobody for them to go to war with. So the only thing that they'll go to war with is me if they start getting super greedy. Like, they'll start trying to fight the gods. In which case, you know, I'm okay humbling some people from time to time in this game. We could also try and add some awe. All right, so we got our first guy. Now, he will give us either the noble aspect, which we definitely want, the hunt aspect, which we also definitely want, the predator aspect, or the... monsoon. So the monsoon, not that great, I don't think. I mean, it gives a fertility boost and whatnot, but that's not our first desire. I think let's go for the noble aspect first so I can boost minerals, because obviously we know that minerals are going to be a huge deal for us. We would like to create some awe whenever we can. Oh, our borders have expanded. That is awesome. Now, I want to wait for this to kind of build up a little bit, but what do we get if we boost these? We can make a topaz. Now, should I try and make a topaz? I feel like I could. Again, I'm worried about their greed a little bit. Don't want them to get too greedy with me. Want them to respect me. Each awe allows the village to grow a bit faster without increasing greed. If the difference between a resource and the resource in use is smaller than 20 plus awe, the village will not get greedy. Okay, so let's wait a little bit for this to build up. Maybe I will just go ahead while we're waiting. Let's just see what happens. I'm going to drop the noble aspect on here. Okay, and I just want to see what happens if I turn this into a topaz. I can always replace it, but I'm curious. So that lowered a lot of our monies, so it's not the greatest thing. Now, what does it get? Entangled Mind, plus 12 wealth and 5 awe if next to a plant. So what if I put a plant here? How about we go for herbs? Right now, we're just kind of playing around because we got a ton of money from these from this trade post, so that's helping us out a bit. So this gets a boost when it's next to a plant, but we got to actually turn this into a real plant. So let's give it the leaf aspect. Okay. Remember, I can always use the fertility boost. I should really be using that more often. And let's transmute that into a barrel cactus. Okay. So now this should be getting, let's see, activates with 10 food in use. Ah, we have no food in use. That's a problem. Well, there's nothing I can do to make food out of this, but what if we were to go uphill? Where are we at? We're at 50 of 68 and 7 of 17. Let's go uphill. Maybe I replace this plant. It's going to lower our money again, but that's okay because we kind of want to get our guys to be a little bit less greedy. So if we lower these things, then maybe they'll start to decrease on the greed a little bit, and then we'll be okay. As far as our overall prosperity, we're only at 61, but we've got a whole bunch of time to reach that 175, and maybe we can even reach that nice 300 by focusing on just a single city. So now we've got some food in use, right? Not a lot. How can I transmute this? I need a potent hunter aspect. That's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. So what if instead we grabbed Mr. Plantman, and let's try a fruit instead. And see what we get from that. And again, remember, I can't build outside the borders. I can't benefit from that because as soon as I do that, another town will try and pop up. So I have to be very cautious. All right, that's 5. And with a potent toxic or potent fruit aspect, it can boost. So let's give it a boost, okay? Okay. Oh, we don't have a fruit aspect or a toxic aspect, actually. We just have a leaf aspect, which adds technology and natura. So I don't think we're going to be able to get the benefit from this guy anytime soon. We got to wait. But our greed is going down, which is great. So let's go ahead and let's put down another precious mineral here. And we'll worry about the food thing a little bit later. We'll maybe leave this over here for now. We're getting another quartz. And we're going to wait for that money to build up a little bit. And then I'll drop another quartz right here. And what that'll do is that'll give us the bonus for 3 of them right next to each other. That's a ton of wealth. And hopefully these guys will want to start up a new project soon. What's this? This says we have another person ready to go. Green Castle. Okay, cool. They should be ready to build a new thing soon, I think, is the idea there. Okay. My man. And then what is the other one that we can get? Seismic aspect to give us awe, food, and wealth. So the awe thing, like I said, that's something I would like to work on more in the future. Right now, it's not something that we really have the option for. Okay, let's drop another one. And this is going to give us a huge boost in money right now. Ka-thunk. 63 to 99. Resonator. Plus 8 tech if next to a stone. Plus 8 wealth if next to another quartz. Cool, cool, cool. Activates when 5 in use. We're good. So let's wait again. I don't want their greed to get too high. Yeah, see, they're starting to get hankering for a war, which we don't want. Which obviously there's no one for them to go to war with. But if that greed kicks in, then they might also kick in the greed where they're like, hey, we should attack the gods. And that's not something that I want. So let's not have you attack the Reuses, and we'll be fine. Now, our borders are kind of moving in both of these directions. I would like it if it went closer to the swamp rather than up the mountain, but we don't have much choice there. I think once the village prosperity reaches about 100, maybe that's when we'll get the next challenge thing. So what is this saying? Yeah, they're getting a little greedy. We've got this guy, right? Yeah, Trinket Merchant plus 50 wealth for each minerals, stacks up to 3 times, so that's working well. That's great. Giving us a ton of money. Let us just wait for this to build up. Like I said, I don't want to go too overboard because it's easy to just give them too much. Oh, and look, our borders have grown again. I could drop even more minerals if we wanted to, but we're going to wait because this is growing pretty well. What other kinds of plants and things can we get? What exotic animals are there? Let's see what our exotic animals are. So these are herbivores plus 3 wealth if next to a plant. That's the tortoises. If we can get an exotic aspect or a predator aspect, we can boost those guys. We don't have either of those yet, so there's not much we can do. But they do add a little bit of wealth. Okay, and we have begun... What? Smash. And that's what happens when a new city settles. I think it's because these guys reached over the border. And again, that's the problem. See, here's another set moving in. So let's just go ahead and we are going to get rid of these exotic plants because it's going to happen again. See, look at that. It happened again already. Look how quickly that happened. That's frustrating. So I have to be so careful with what I build and make. Otherwise, that just happens. All right, go ahead and start destroying them there. We'll fisher them again. So now how are these guys doing? They haven't started a new thing yet. Which is... there they go. I think... Nope, that's these guys again. I don't want you guys around. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude. But I did not invite you to this party. It is a party of Juan. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to crush them. Okay? You just keep burning them away like that. And you're going to make another precious minerals right here. Just more money. More money. Okay? How's that? There we go. All right, and hopefully after this one, these guys should not try and resettle again. I apologize for being a monster and crushing all of you, but you are attacking my dreams. Please don't attack my dreams, okay? And don't let your dreams be memes either. It's another important thing. All right, you can kill them now, I think, on your own. That should do it. Destruction of Shining Valley, and it's good. Cool. All right, perfect. Now... the real question is, will these guys create for us another special thing? Because they should soonish, you know what I mean? Now, if I wanted to do the exotic creatures, I can still do it. I just want to put them in here so that they don't reach over the edge. But look, the customs house has begun. So what do you want here? 40 food. We have plenty of wealth. We just need 40 food. Now, how can we get food to these guys? That's an important question. So we had those... there were some animals that did do that. Let's grab some domestic animals. Okay, let's put them like right here. We'll still get all this wealth. Our wealth will drop a little bit, but I don't think it will drop below 100, which is all we need. But let's see what these animals do and what their benefit is. See, okay, so they get food in here. +2 food if a mineral is within animal range. Okay, so that's good. Lesser herd or hunt aspect, give food and wealth, gives food. More if they can graze on plants. So, well, that's something. These guys give us a little bit of food across these areas. It's only 20 though, and we need 40. So let's see, what can we do up here? Nothing, because we don't have an aspect for it yet. So what happens if we put some domestic animals up here? Right? What are those animals all about? Oh, this dropped us to 99. Dang. So it is right below what we need. It's fine. That's fine. We'll figure it out. This is not a ton of food, though. So I would like something else if we could make it happen. I just don't think we have access to anything that can really get us much food in this area. What do these guys do? +2 food and +1 danger if next to a mineral. So I could put a mineral up here, but then that's going to have another building start to... oh, look! We got a new space. Perfect. And what do these guys get? Hunt aspect, mustard. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to send you over here. You're going to give us a little boost of food from these guys. Let's drop a precious minerals here. Okay? And maybe what I'll do is let's drop a fertility boost here, and maybe we can get some like better versions of these little martins. That'll give us a little bit more food, because that'd be perfect. So we're putting the fertility boost there, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to have this guy do it again. Now, what did this make? +10 wealth if next to an animal nest. Cool, so that's going to give us a ton of wealth. That's like a ton of wealth. That's great. So that should help there. Did they get a little bit better? No, they're still just martins. Now, I could put another one here, and the problem is this is going to still cause the problem of wandering nomads trying to settle here. But I don't think I'm going to have much luck dealing with that. I might just have to keep destroying them. But this might give us enough food. So here's what I'm going to do. Wait for this. We're going to use that there. We still haven't increased these borders at all. But we're good on that stuff, so that's good. And then let's grab you and drop you here, because what this should do is spread more food across this whole area. Yeah, 6, 6, 6, 3, 17 of 33. How are we doing now? Still need 40, though. So that's not going to be enough. Unless we've set another chunk of these guys. Light Rock has settled. Guess what? You're about to settle again. Settle for destruction. Sorry. So we'll put one here. And what that's going to do is that's going to give us more food just like these guys, right? All right, Light Rock has been destroyed. And I'm just going to have to keep destroying these new cities as they pop up. I'm not going to have much choice in the matter. It's just like the only thing that's going to be really doable. Did you make those? 6, 3, 6, 39. Oh, we're so close. Oh, we're so close. Why is this one only getting a 3 boost? Because this one doesn't reach? All right, here's what we do. It's dumb, but we go here and we set them down here as well. It's not the best option, but since we only have access to a couple of things, we just kind of have to take what we can get. And I really want them to complete this challenge. And then we can mess things up again. We can change things around. So, 26 of 42. It's going to take a bit for it to get there. How long do we have until this needs to be done? 11 minutes. We're fine. And we've already hit 140, and our goal is 175, so we're also pretty good there. We don't have enough to hit that 150, 150, 150 of each type. And I doubt we're going to get there because we're having so much trouble. Just honestly, it's just because of the lack of diversity of stuff. The one thing that I could be doing, and maybe this is a better way to do this in the future, if we do a longer game where we try and do something like this with one city, is maybe we use a whole bunch of cities, quickly get a bunch of ambassadors to unlock all of our abilities, and then destroy the cities and focus on one city. That might actually be the smart way to do it. I don't know. So yeah. If I do one more, it should reach this one and give us a tiny bit more food. It's funny how well these things like stack each other, you know? Oh, it didn't reach. No. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Oh, no, I think it did reach. It did reach once. Yeah. Maybe. 33, 42? I don't know. Okay, so we got the food from these, so that's good. I could maybe set up another set on the side of this hill. I'm surprised that no other nomads have tried to settle, but they're probably just wandering somewhere. Or maybe I killed enough of them. Yeah, maybe it's just, yeah. Once you destroy a nomad, it's gone. And then you have to just wait until you reach the next level of prosperity. So, I don't know. Maybe the idea of like building up cities and then destroying them isn't a bad idea. As far as like trying to accomplish this goal. I'm just adding as much food as I can just to get it there faster. As far as greed is concerned, they're doing fine because they haven't grown too quickly. 36 43, we're almost there. And what's the benefit it's going to give us? Plus 30 wealth for each coyote, rattlesnake, and gray fox. All right, nature is looking great, but there are not many further developed natural resources. Remember that you can transmute. Yes, I'm aware. Our issue has nothing to do with not being able to transmute. It has everything to do with the amount of space we have available. All right, we gained a new square over here, so that's good. And we still haven't moved over here. But this is almost done. And we're at 37 of 50, right? Because we got a whole nother chunk in here, so that's great. So what we want to do next is we definitely want to get the hunt or the predator aspect, whichever one we can get. It's not exotic. Is it you that gets the predator? Predator aspect. That's the one that we want. The customs house has been completed. Get us that predator aspect. That'll allow us to maybe get those coyotes and things, and that's going to help a lot. Okay, cool. So, we're at 41 of 50. Now, for you guys, you can turn into goats or armadillos. All right, what about you guys? You can turn into musk deers with a potent hunt aspect or better. Musk deers. More wealth if humans can access herbs and chemicals nearby. And then for you guys, I think that what we want to do is we want to switch you out for exotic animals. It's going to lower our maximum food, but I think we'll be okay. Because I think once you've got this thing, you don't have to actually meet the needs anymore. And so that gives us these guys, and then lesser predator is this, right? Yes, let's get some of those rattlesnakes, and I think that gives us a boost because of this thing, right? Is it say coyotes, rattlesnakes, and gray foxes up to twice in the borders. So, boom, a rattlesnake, and that's going to give us a nice boost in money. Now we're at 167 of wealth. Plus 1 wealth for each patch with a kangaroo rat, armadillo, or desert tortoise in range. Okay. What are these guys? Kangaroo rats. So if we do another one over here, this will give us our boost, and it'll get the bonus of wealth from these areas nearby. So let's do it again over here. We're focusing heavily on wealth. We're going to lose a lot of food here. Not that worried about it, though. And let's get some more rattlesnakes. Boom. Okay, cool. So now we're at 215 wealth. Oh, we got a war. The greed of the village is not growing because they're too busy fighting dangers. Good. Oh, because of the rattlesnakes. The rattlesnakes are so dangerous. That's what the warriors have to fight off. Perfect. So we're going to let that build up a bit. We're hitting up to 215 wealth. That's a lot. Greed is going to be growing. But that's okay. So this guy, yeah. Oh, and then you could turn them into gray foxes with a potent exotic aspect. How do we get the exotic aspect? Seismic, exotic, forest ambassador, which we're not going to be getting anytime soon. And that's okay. I do think now that I've been messing with this, because I've never tried this before. Now that I've been messing with this, I do think that, yeah, the strategy is for sure to try and build up a whole bunch of cities to get as many ambassadors as possible to unlock your abilities, and then from there start trying this whole thing out, because then you'll have way more of the aspects to work with, you know? Okay, so what can this thing transform into? This could turn into, with a lesser noble, it could turn into a topaz, which creates a brighter cave next to plants, giving more wealth and awe. What happened? What was that noise? Oh, we have a new nomad wandering, so that's going to happen soon. Yep, it's right there. Hey, Rocky? Think you could maybe take care of this one? What is it? It's a swamp village. So here's the question. Do I want to build them up something really fast so that I can get a... what do you call it? An ambassador? Or... I don't know how the rules for this work. Finish an era with only one village, which has 175. So at the end of this era, as long as we only have the one village, it should be fine?